Yeah, that's right, Brian. According to multiple law enforcement sources, Kata Scott was shot to death. Now Keon King is charged with murder, abuse of corpse, tampering with evidence, and firearms violations, among others. Keon King's alleged criminal conspiracy began just before midnight on October 3rd, when court records say he stole a Hyundai Accent left unattended and running by a food delivery worker on the 6600 block of Sprague. Investigators say he'd used that stolen car to meet up with Kata Scott the following night. Charging documents say Scott and King made plans to meet up, with the final exchange between the two being, quote, CM when you hear. CM is short for call me. 6 minutes later at 10:15 p.m., investigators say the two appeared to be together near Scott's place of employment, based on cell phone data. It'd be the last time Scott would be seen alive. At 10:24 p.m., Kata Scott's phone goes offline. At 10:28 p.m., the Hyundai Accent parks at the Aubrey Recreation Center, and the vehicle remains there for 2.5 days. Using cell phone technology, investigators track King to this house on the 5500 block of Belmar Terrace. A search of the house turned up contractor bags, a hammer, and ammunition, among other items, according to the complaint. 2 women who lived there were detained and interviewed but released. King was not at the house. The criminal complaint says King's cell phone was tracked taking multiple trips between the Belmar Terrace home and the area where Scott's body was found. At 11:39 p.m. on October 5th, one day after Scott's disappearance, court records say King's registered Toyota Camry was caught on surveillance returning and parking at the recreation center next door to where Scott's body was found. It says 2 people exited the vehicle, and 4 hours later, 2 individuals appear to take a large object consistent with the body out of the Hyundai Accent. And so far, no accomplices have been charged. We reached out to King's attorney, but so far have not heard back. I'm live in East Mount Airy. Chad Perdelli, Channel 6 Action News. Brian?
Okay, Chad, thank you. And as you just heard in Chad's report there, police are trying to piece together the communication between Kata Scott and Keon King in the days and the hours before her disappearance. One particular text that's now part of the investigation was sent at 10:07 a.m. on October 4th, almost exactly 12 hours before Scott disappeared. In it, she texts the words, quote, kidnap me again, to a number that police have linked to King. That was followed by specific plans to meet. Now, the context of that alarming text is not yet clear, but police say there is no indication as of now of any previous incident involving the two. What Kata Scott meant by those alarming words remains unknown tonight.